welcome to 108 Gate, where we're looking at the current energies of you coming to this reading and see what secrets we can unlock. So the word for this reading is purity. Purity of thought, purity of intention, purity of the path, purity of pretty much everything, but it's specifically coming in of like how tainted as opposed to how pure is the way you're going, is your thoughts, are your thoughts. So therefore it's how much of it is influenced by others, how much of it is pure of yourself, in harmony with yourself, aligned with yourself, because of yourself. Therefore, let's go here. Crocus, breathe, calm, rest, stop, and just be. So the purity, when the energy feels like as more you focus on the purity of self, the purity of your thoughts, the purity of who you are. It's not so much as it's got to be pure and therefore it's got to be uber 100% just good, just of a higher frequency, higher vibration, because if that's you have to admit where you are, see where you are, and be where you are to see where it's been tainted. Therefore, when you understand this more of yourself and you follow this and identify where it's not feeling so pure, that's where you can extract that, and then you will actually go more so into the untainted higher frequency thought of your pure thought, your pure being, your purity. So the purity is an indicator. It's a way of indicating how much has been influenced of self by society, by this, by that, by this, by that. In your childhood, how much of that is actually coming up now? How much of that is ancestral stuff? How much of that is past generational stuff? How much of that is past life stuff? How much of that is taking you away from where you are? How close are you to the purity of being yourself? The purity of how you think, how you feel. Breathe, calm, rest, stop, and just be. Feel into it. Feel into your pure essence. Feel into your higher essence. Because purity, if it's not necessarily it's not purity in the sense of like it's got nothing in it. So the example that's coming up is in water. We have pure water, but at the same time there's maybe some parts in the country or some parts of the world that the water, even at its pure state, it holds a heavier mineral, it holds a heavier ion, it holds a heavier charge of a particular naturally occurring metal or element. Whereas if you go to a different part of the world, there may be a different purity, still pure, in the water that's not quite matching what your body is used to, what your body is able to handle. Therefore, it's not that it's not pure, it's not that it's not good, it's just that you've got to find your version of pure, your version of good. Therefore, stay still and feel into it, breathe into it, just be into it. So communication, listen and speak with greater care. I think this came in yesterday. So again, how do you speak to yourself? Make the words that you speak to yourself even more pure. In the sense of, is it like you hear or you heard expressions of anger towards yourself, therefore you kind of took it on for you to speak to yourself in that way. Release that, clear it. I do personal sessions, and there's a email in the box below, or it will be in the other video box below. And I'm trying to write little blurbs as well for the videos if you want to just get an overview of what's been brought up in the video. So check that out, and there are some other things coming. I know it's taken a while, but I just want to make sure it's perfect. You know what I'm like, it's got to be ripe. It's got to be ripe, then it'll come forward. Right, here we go. Nine of Wands, mastering this, mastering the how much of it is yours, how much of it is someone else's. Therefore, how are you going to extrapolate it from yourself? That process of extracting it from yourself, the impurities, that is going to be where your skills and your ability to stick up for yourself, to stand up for yourself, to put yourself as a high priority is going to be highlighted. It's going to be strengthened. We're going to get a masculine card for over here. Queen of Swords, there you go. So this is going to be the masculine energy to actually do it physically. It's going to be the masculine energy is going to be relying on the feminine energy to master emotions, to master where do I go, where do I navigate, where did I not go in the correct direction before? Not because you were going in the incorrect direction, but because you may have needed to do something to survive. You may have needed to do something to get through a certain situation. Right now, those things are being called to the forefront for you to reevaluate, not to be mean to yourself, not to be detrimental to self, not to be detrimental to anyone else or mean to anyone else. It simply is the fact that you have evolved to a certain point. As you have evolved to a certain point, your skill set now does not require for you to be learning this. You've already learnt it, you've integrated it. Therefore, the lessons and the energy that's put into that fear mode of it, you can trust, you can do this with confidence, whatever it is. Therefore, the learning mode of it can be released. Start learning something new. Start learning something more about your purity. Start going further into your purity. Have the confidence that you're safer now to do it because you're not in the mode of survival. You're not in the mode of having to protect self in the same way as before. Utilize this. Go deep as you possibly can. I'm saying I do feel we're going to be going deeper in this energy, but for now I'm going to leave it there because if you hadn't caught exactly what was being said, because it is a complicated energy, listen to it again, stop it, pause it if you have to, until you grasp the energy of what's going on. I came across a reading that I did on my last channel that had Reiki in it. For those of you who do enjoy Reiki, how many of would you would like to see, sorry my words are tripping, Reiki, separate Reiki videos, because before I used to do Reiki in the tarot reading and it was a bit, I could do that, I'd like to do that, but then some people don't respond. So I'm saying to you, you inform me, what would you like? So separate Reiki readings or Reiki readings with Reiki in, it's up to you. So here, go with this, listen to it again. When you have to, pause, let the thought go through, let the feelings and pondering literally segregate where you were, where you don't want to be anymore, and where you are going and where you want to be, or where you are and you want to be more. So utilize it. It's a resource here for you. And with that, for now, peace and love.